Sandra, and I've got another project for Vlogtober for my series 31 Projects in 31 Days, where I take something from my crafty stash, feel inspired by it, and make something fun. So I'm kind of on a wreath kick. Have you noticed? I've never really made wreaths before. Never really had a use for them, but all of a sudden I want to make all the wreaths. So I was looking at my yarn after I made the fall wreath that I really liked with the variegated yarn, and I saw that I had this blue and gray variegated. It's called Icelandic. It's Red Heart Super Saver, but I always think of it as the Frozen colorway because the colors just remind me of the movie Frozen. And I've made several dolls and used this as their dresses for just that purpose. So I started by making the little scarf that I like to make, which I then whip stitch around. This one used the pattern that I have found works the best and hugs the wreath form nicest, using 3 rows of double crochet and then 7 rows of single, 3 of double, 7 of single, and I just repeat that till it's the right shape and size. Then I wrap it around and I leave a really long tail, and I use my needle and I just whip stitch it all around. And then I also whip stitch the end closed. So this wreath, I had a vision in my head. I wanted to do something snow day themed, kind of. At first I wanted to make a banner that said snow day and put some snowflakes on the bottom, but I tried working up snowflakes in white Super Saver and they weren't turning out the size or shape or scale that was going to look good. I also considered putting just a giant snowflake in the middle of the wreath, almost using a washcloth or a coaster pattern or a doily, and then just attaching it. Didn't like how those were working up. I thought of a number of things, and then I thought snowballs. As I was balling my yarn barf of white yarn up, so I made snowballs. These are all yarn. I know you can wrap yarn around styrofoam balls, but frankly, for how cheap Super Saver is, it's going to be cheaper to just make yarn balls. So I made the yarn balls, and I kind of laid them out, made sure I liked all of them. Then I took a dot of tacky glue, and I put it on the back of the end of each one. And I let those dry really good so that the balls would stay balls. Then I laid them out kind of where I was going to want them. I'd lean this up against a wall with a bookcase. I'd lean up against the wall and I balanced the balls to try and find out what order I was going to want them in. Then I started tacky gluing them. And I didn't put them all on at once because then they'll knock each other off. So I started with the first big 2, which were going to be the main ones. Put glue on the bottom of the ball, glue on the wreath. You need to put it in both places and then hold them together. And I squooshed them for a little bit, then I let them alone. Then they kind of were moving a little, so I squooshed them some more. And then once I felt like those were set up, I kept adding balls till they were all where I wanted them to. Then I felt like it needed a little something, and I was going to make a sign, a banner that said snow day or something, and it wasn't turning out the way I liked. I'm like, what could I say? Have a ball. So I took a little piece of snowflake scrap I had from making some cards. I just wrote have a ball, and I put it on the back of a long toothpick, a skewer. Just scotch taped it, and the cool thing is, since it's a foam wreath from the dollar store in the middle, I just shoved a little stick in, and it's not going anywhere. Also, with the way I did the lettering, I've looked into doing nice hand lettering, and one of the easiest tips that I like to do with my hand lettering is for simple, nice-ish looking signs, is you just make your downstroke darker. So if you're going to write the H, you're going to have a straight line, a cross line, another straight line. Well, on that first one, instead of just doing it once, you do 1, 2, 3, 4 strokes, and then you write the rest of your letter. On the A, that first downstroke, you make it darker, and it just makes things kind of pop. I like to write signs like that for all sorts of things, or if you just want to make things stand out in a letter to a friend. It's a really simple, easy, you can't mess it up way to make your lettering look a little nicer without having to go to huge, effort. So there it is. Hope that you all have a ball. If you'd like to see the rest of the projects in my Vlogtober series, you can go ahead and check out the playlist on my channel, which will shortly have all 31 projects in it. And you can also go ahead and subscribe down below, where you will see me every day pop into your feed with my daily vlogs about what I'm crafting, making, and just generally doing. So we will see you all later. Bye!